Hey, Venable Adventures, how you doing, man? I'm here in, I guess you say South Arizona. What am I on? I don't know what road I'm on. Let's see. I think it's 86 or something like that. How you doing today? You having a good Sunday? I started driving out here. I was gonna wait till Monday, but I said, might as well go down. Hey, Pooter, how you doing? And I started driving, and I said, wow, it's a pretty good view. So let me see. I said, let me have a little live go on and show them. Yeah, Poodle Professor, I was looking online the last couple of days about Organ Pipe Cactus, and it's the only one that I've never seen. And the difference in the Organ Pipe Cactus and saguaros, when they grow, the arms come up, higher up on the body. But on the Organ Pipe Cactus, whenever they grow another arm, it grows from the bottom on the ground, so they look like big bushes eventually, with a bunch of arms. But supposedly down there at Organ Pipe Cactus National Monument, that they have all the different kinds of cactus, including this other one, I forgot what they called it. It starts with the ST or something. I've never seen that one either, so I'm going to go down there and spend a couple days. They say the drive-through of Organ Pipe National Monument is about 31 miles or so it takes you all day to drive through and go hit the scenic points. And they have a campground, but it's here's a whatchamacallit. I need to slow down and go through this. But they have like 200 campgrounds, but all of them are non-electric, so they're like boondocking out there, but they're real nice though. And if you have your America the Beautiful pass, then you get half price, so it's only like $10. So I might get that for a couple of nights. Let's see if they do not stop. Proceed slowly. Okay. It's unmanned, man. I didn't know that. I didn't know they would be unmanned. I guess it's supposed to scare the runners that come across. I don't know. That's weird, because even in the other places like in California and stuff, they stop you. They just. But in California, it's harder to get fruit across the border than it is anything, huh? They say, you got any fresh fruit, bananas or anything? Yeah. They said, give it here, and they take it all. And that's what they have for lunch, I guess. I'm just kidding. But I like these mountains. I don't know if you can tell the detail on them, but they look pretty cool. And I think once you get to the park, it's actually right there on the border. I think there's one part that you can drive inside the park, and you could actually see the wall and stuff. So I might go see the wall, because I've never seen it before. Just to get a couple of pictures for my logbook, But I think I'm gonna have to watch out, because all this time I've been saying, well, it's too cold for snakes. It's too cold for snakes. Well, it won't be too cold for snakes, so I gotta really watch Yuki, and stuff. Because I think if it gets up in the 80s consistently, I think that's enough to wake the snakes up, isn't it? You guys know, you live in Texas. Tell me if I'm right. But I just don't want to be walking with Yuki and then, what is that? It's a vulture. there's a group of them out there. Something must have died. But I don't want to be walking unexpectedly and get rattled at, or, you know, what's worse, Yuki sees one before that it sees us, and then it might get aggressive. Yep. There. Show some more of the sky. How did your dogs, well, your dog now, react to snakes if they ever saw them, Jennifer? I guess different dogs have different instincts, and they're different. Some of them could be fast in reacting, and some could be slow. So the ones that are real skittish and fast, I guess they have a better chance to get away from a strike, you know. But I've seen cats attack snakes and stuff on them. They seem like they go real super fast mode, you know, whenever they see a snake, and they just slap his head around and stuff. Not that I want Yuki to do any of that, you know. I just want her to stay away and stay safe. This guy told me the story where his wife got bit by a rattlesnake, and as soon as they took her in, oh, okay. I didn't get to read the whole thing, but I've only seen one with you, but he didn't see it. Good, you know. Just let him away and say, here, come here, have a treat, you know. But anyway, so they took his wife to the emergency, and they brought in the vaccine crew, and the vaccine stuff that they have to do something with it and get it ready, and sometimes it takes a couple hours to get it ready, you know. They don't always have it ready. So and you know, with any, hi Arlene, and then with any kind of snake bites, then the time is of the essence, you know. Time is what saves you. So the faster you can get it treated, the better chance that you have. And they were saying she got bit down around the ankle area, and so they knew where it was going up her leg. So they would feel her leg, and they could feel the venom actually going up her leg and stuff. And they go, we have this special stuff, you know, that they're trying out, where you don't have to wait for the 2 hours. And would you like to try that out? You know, it takes like 3 different shots. And she goes, okay. So they gave her the first shot, and they could feel for her leg, and they could feel the venom. It was still going, but not real fast. But they gave her another one, and it was just like almost stopped and stuff. But on the third shot they gave her, suddenly it went faster. The venom was going faster, and they went, oh crap. So they had to get another one, and I don't know what it was, but they gave her that, and then once they gave her that, then it stopped advancing, you know. So oh man, I hope that's not all the mountains. That's why I turned it on, is for the mountains and stuff. I don't know how long this is gonna last, because you know my lives. I'm just driving, and all of a sudden it'll be the big circle of death. What are you talking about, John? Oh, I was just talking about snakes and rattlesnakes. Since I'm gonna be going out here where it's nice and warm, and desert cactus and stuff, there's snakes and stuff. So I gotta watch it with Yuki. And I was just telling an example about somebody's wife that got bit by a snake. The process that you got to go through. And I guess in dogs, I don't know if if the venom goes through a dog the same way, but dogs are a lot smaller, you know, than people. So you have to really be fast with a dog, you know. So it could be fatal a lot faster than it is in human, you know. That's all I'm worried about, Arlene. I'm not trying to make a big deal about snakes and stuff. I like snakes. I like watching the snakes and stuff, you know. I don't like getting near them, and I'm not, you know. I follow this one guy on YouTube, and he's from Oklahoma, but he goes to all the surrounding states and stuff. And most of the time, he'll just drive in the evenings and stuff on ground level shots of extreme close-up of all these snakes. And I finally just wrote him an email and asked him, how are you doing this and stuff? So he showed me his setup, and what he does is he's got a big old sheet of plexiglass that's about as big as he is, or as wide. And he gets on, if they see a snake and it stops right there, he gets down on his hands and knees and sets up the plexiglass in case they try to attack him. And then he's got a little hole at the top up there. He can just use it because the plexiglass is clear. But I go, wow, that's getting some dynamite stuff. But if you ever want to see him, his name is, and this is funny, this is like a movie. His name is Snakes on the Plains. I never saw a snake. I had at my mom's house, at my mom's old house, they had I don't know if it was like the place where the snakes get born every year, but I always saw little bitty baby snakes out in the backyard and stuff. When you're mowing the lawn and suddenly you hear a thunk, and you look over and there's a little tiny snake that you ran over. But so I'm kind of thinking that every year they're born under the house or something. I don't know, but they're harmless garter snakes, though, you know. But still, I don't like it when they come in the house and stuff. I've seen them in the house before. Oh, look at this. There's a lot of saguaros, and there's some, whatchamacallit, mesquite, and there's some ocotillo. There's some ocotillos, and there's some, whatchamacallit, too, the jumping cactus. I think today's going to be a good day. I'm probably about, I don't know, 45, 50 minutes away. But even now, the countryside is starting to change. A lot more greener than the desert, right? So that should be interesting to see the difference down there. Rest area on the left. One of those old school. Oh yeah, it's nice today. I hope it's nice up there where you are also. But these are the kind of roads that my dad used to take us on, because he never liked going on the highway back when we were little. But I don't think they had too many big highways anywhere, but we'd be going on roads like this, and they have like the little picnic areas on the side of the road with the covered tables and stuff if you're lucky, you know. And some of the old school ones are still around. You just gotta find them. They're all funny looking. You can just tell that they were something real old, made in the 60s or so, 50s and 60s. It's raining, oh no. Well, maybe the rain will be good. It'll wash away all the bad stuff from around you and make it nice and fresh for in the morning or whenever it stops. That's how you gotta be. You gotta be positive about stuff like that. You know, plus people would kill for some rain around here, you know. They go, we need the rain, we need the rain, you know. But out here in Arizona and New Mexico and Nevada and a lot of these places, they don't have any water so they have to have it brought in, hauled in, and they have tanks of water and stuff, or they even have it where if it does rain, they have these gutters on their roof that lead directly to a storage tank for their water catchment. I think Colorado, they're not allowed to do it unless they have special permission, because they say that's not your rain that you're catching, so you can't catch it and keep it. That's ridiculous. It's God's water. It's nobody owns it. Nobody owns it. It came out of the sky. Oh, there's Mobile Tech. Mobile Tech, how you doing, man? You have a good weekend, or continuing weekend, or? Okay, here comes some more mountains. I think the mountains are more interesting than me talking, so that's why I actually turned it on. I got to be there's a guy I follow. I don't follow him religiously, like not every single video, but he does a lot of lives, mostly live, but he's in, I think, Mississippi or Missouri or something, and he's called Backwoods Misfits, and he had asked me if I wanted to come on and be his guest and have an interview type thing, so I did, and we talked mostly about traveling, and he was questioning me a lot about the van and stuff, and how much it costs, and mileage, and all that kind of stuff, and what he has to do to start traveling and stuff. And I told him, I said, it's not comfortable and it's not for everybody, but if you're happy just to not pay high hotel bills and stuff, yeah, it's good for it. I said, you can sit there and go out and not, you don't have to stay in your van every single night. You can sit there and go like 4 or 5 days and get a motel on the 6th day, whatever to make you feel comfortable, Plus, there's some nice campgrounds that, people say, I don't want to pay, I want it free, and well, every once in a while there's a good one that just stop and power up and take a shower and all that stuff. So, but then he was asking, what is it called when people go ask other people if they could stay in their backyard or in their driveway? I go, oh, that's mooch docking. They call it mooch docking. Like if you sit there and go, hey, Mobile Tech, I'm gonna come up there, can I park in your driveway? He said, yeah, that'd be mooch docking. But it's all good though, all good. What's not good is this guy in front of me, because I don't have the oomph to sit there and pass him if I do get a passing zone. Let me see. Santa Rosa Ranch. Oh, you found my interview? Cool. It was only about, 45 minutes, an hour long, but it was kind of funny. It was entertaining. That person passed. That person passed. Oh, here comes the car. Oh, you were there? Oh, cool. I couldn't read too much of the whatchamacallit, the chat. Did I say hi to you? I don't know if I said hi to you or not. Oh yeah, we did, because we were talking about you, and he was saying, leave Arlene alone because she's my moderator. And I just laughed and said, yeah, that's what everybody says, that she goes to their live. They say the same thing. They said, nope, she's not your moderator, she's my moderator. She's everybody's moderator because she's the best moderator in the world. Yep, I remember now. You're welcome. But I hope it stays exactly like this. You're in the kitchen making breakfast. Not me, I stopped at a McDonald's. McDonald's has a thing. If you could buy a McGriddle or an Egg McMuffin or whichever one, 2 for $5. So you can't beat that. So I already made my coffee, so I had strong coffee. I just needed something else. But yeah, I want the day to stay exactly like this, nice and blue, sunshine. Get my batteries all charged back up. I haven't had any problems with any of my solar. My refrigerator's been running great, so everything's going pretty good. God bless, and I hope it keeps on doing it. Oh, you guys can't see on the left side, but there's a bunch of different cactus. It looks like something out of a cowboy movie, man. Oh, here's some on this side too, see it? On the right side. And what I've been seeing a lot of out here, they got these, those, you know, the small patches of cactus that grow together on the ground. There's a big group of them out here that are purple, and they really stand out because they're purplish, and when the sun hits them, you can see them real good. I am driving west, slightly south, or less like southwest, slightly going south there. But I think I'm gonna have to end up turning somewhere down here. I think I have to go through Ajo. It's called Ajo, A-J-O, the town, and then from there it goes straight down. Let me see. Yeah, on my map it says, yeah, I'm going pretty, well, right now I'm going to be going down because I got to get around those mountains down there. See those mountains way off in the distance? Way off in the distance. I got to go like south of those and then go across. So I must be still far away. Let me see. Oh, it says I'm 78 miles, so it won't be long. This road is like 70 miles an hour. They're Dirty Knobs. Is Dirty Knobs in here? Hey, Dirty Knobs, what's going on, buddy? Hope you're having a good Sunday, man. I spent the last couple days at a